Well, an industry leader from the Canadian Institute of Steel Construction says a plan is needed to confront the impacts of the U.S. trade actions on Canadian steel and aluminum. Let's bring in Bill Carroll for more on this story. Good morning to you, Bill.
Good morning. You know, I'm sure you're as tired of hearing me talk about tariffs as I am talking about tariffs myself, but this is really important. Look, the Ontario legislature resumes sitting this week, and they have a lot to deal with here. The federal government has not done a very effective job of finding a deal with Donald Trump, so these tariffs are staying in place. And so far, we've been a bit insulated. A lot of companies are saying they've been taking the hit here. They don't want to lay off staff. They were hoping there would be a deal that would take away at least some of these tariffs, but it never seems to come. The deal is always kind of just around the corner and doesn't get there. And we're the last of the G7. We're actually one of the last countries in the world to cut a trade deal with Donald Trump. So as time goes on, the steel industry is now saying, we can't keep this up much longer. We're going to have to let workers go. The very industry itself is on the line. The auto industry is making the same kinds of noises. So while our economy kind of hung in there better than expected, this is a slow burn. And a lot of people are getting very concerned about it. I know I am. I'm worried about the state of the economy. We have a federal budget coming soon. Like I said, the legislature sitting, and we need government to step up here and find ways to protect the industry. And I don't know that just developing markets within Canada or around the world is going to happen fast enough to save these jobs. We're entering a really tough time right now. I hate to be negative about it, but with the steel industry standing up finally and saying we can't take much more of this, it's time we really paid attention to it. And it's time that Mark Carney got a deal with Donald Trump.
Yeah, a lot of concerns surrounding these tariffs and this specifically with steel and aluminum. Bill, appreciate your time this morning. Have a great show.
You guys have a great day.
And remember, you can listen to The Morning Rush with Bill Carroll on Newstalk 580 CFRA weekdays. That is from 6 till 10 in the morning.